Michael here with Success for Others. Today let's focus on increasing your closing percentage. First, let's make sure we all are on the same page when I say increasing your closing percentage. This simply translates into getting more people to like you, to trust you, and agree with you. So it doesn't matter if you're promoting a system, an accessory, a service, or even just an idea. As you already know, there is no magic bullet to closing sales. It's the result of many smaller steps, all being performed properly and timely. The best definition of the word sales, at least for me, is this. Sales is nothing more than the successful transfer of belief. Getting others to believe in the same things that you do to the same degree that you do. It is important to understand that every sale first starts in your head way before it ever ends up in your wallet. See, your thoughts about the sale, the sales process, and your potential customers are critical. I've worked with, hired, trained, and been on hundreds of sales appointments with all levels of sales professionals. The ones selling 2 and 3+ million every single year, year in and year out, the true champions of their field, have the strongest belief systems. You have to believe in your company, your product, your solutions, and most importantly, you've got to believe in yourself. When I speak of belief, I'm specifically referencing a non-wavering mindset. You believe without a doubt that your company is the best option for the customer. Take price completely out of the picture for a minute. If you and everybody else in your town, every other company, were the exact same cost every time, you have to believe that the customer's best option is still you. Now this sounds simple, but when you really step back away from your business for just a second and take a look, does your company provide the best level of craftsmanship, the best level of support possible? I mean, if not, you're going to have a hard time convincing a homeowner that they should put their trust in you with such a large investment. It's going to show through in either your actions, the words you use throughout your appointment, or most likely both. Just recently I watched this unfold. A $3 million plus salesperson every year who's been with the same company for over 10 years, selling at price points significantly higher than a local competition, like $2,000 and $3,000 higher per system. Well, he lost faith in the installation support of his company. Jobs were being installed and having callbacks. His phone was ringing with upset customers. Follow through on the backside after the installation was completed, well, that wasn't firing properly either. And customers were calling him, making sure that he knew that not everything was going as planned. He no longer believed that his offering was worth $2,000 to $3,000 more, and his sales performance dropped as a result. Of course, he shared this again and again with management and also the owner, but nothing really happened. You know, he recently left that company, and he's now back on track to set even higher records for himself. There's a big lesson to be learned here. First, don't ever lose a $3 or $4 million man or woman. Second, if you don't believe the customer's getting the very best, you can't justify the price difference to yourself, let alone to your potential customers. Well, I guess you can if you have no ethics at all. I share some ideas at the end of this little video here that'll help you build confidence. But second, let's focus on your product, or what many of us call your solutions. This is squarely on you. Did you identify the customer's real desires and goals? Did you thoroughly inspect and evaluate the system and educate the customer on all the things you're going to be doing to ensure their new high-efficiency system or accessory exceeds all of their expectations and performs as the brochure states? It amazes me how many people who are authorized to quote projects have no understanding whatsoever of airflow, proper sizing, and believe it or not, all the benefits that the equipment they're promoting has to offer the customer. In some cases, the client knows more about this stuff than the salesperson or the service technician. We'll dive into this deeper in a separate training. Just know that if you aren't putting 100% of your focus in on the front side, it's pretty obvious to see why you're not getting the results you desire on the back side. Again, everyone always states how they do a super thorough job, and you know what? Most of the time, they probably do. The question only you can answer is this: Are you doing everything you can on every single call? You'll never get a second chance. I mean, champions always give 100% all the time. And lastly, but certainly not least, you have to believe in yourself, which sounds super simple. But unfortunately, there are a majority of salespeople out there that don't understand this. Let me put it this way. You have to believe in the deepest depths of your heart that if the client decides to purchase from anyone else other than you, then they're going to get screwed. It should actually make your stomach hurt. That's how much you believe this. If they choose any other person, they don't get you. They don't get your knowledge. They don't get your service, your personal attention, and everything else that you bring to the table. That customer is going to get less from anyone else. This is a huge point that most people take lightly. Don't be that person. What do you bring to the table that I can't get from someone else? It's important to really define all of those things and share them with your potential buyer. Don't be generic here. Yes, I mean, everybody's doing drug testing or talks about it, and everybody wears booties today. This is not differentiating. You gotta go deeper. See, when you have a strong belief system in all of these areas, it's not only felt, but it breeds self-confidence. It puts a special aura around you that others can sense and feel. They may not be able to put their finger on it, but they just know there's something different about you than anyone else. Remember, your beliefs in these areas breeds confidence in yourself as well as in your customer. Confidence is a #1 characteristic in every top producer, in every industry, regardless of their profession. Without a powerful belief system, confidence is replaced with arrogance. And that, my friends, is the biggest sales killer there is. A lot of trainers will teach you what to say. They'll even go as far as to give you scripts on how to say it. I'm not saying scripts are necessarily a bad thing. However, your ability to earn the yes is really based on the relationship you've created and established throughout that presentation or call. People buy from people they like. See, when people like you, you've earned a certain level of trust. Words alone don't build trust. In today's economy, today's customer, creating a real relationship with your potential buyer is absolutely key. This all leads to your purpose or mission, or which, regardless of how you word it, normally boils down to one simple desire we all have: to help other people out. When your cause is just, when you're truly focused on making sure that each and every one of your customers' needs and wants are being met, well, listen, that's when you care. Your customers, they're going to be able to feel that you care about them, believe that you care about them. People don't care how much you know until they first know how much you care. I mean, Maxwell said that, and he used to say it all the time, and guess what? There's a lot of wisdom in those words. When your belief in your company, your product, and your service, and yourself are the strongest, you always witness your best results, period. Because people will be able to see, hear, and feel just how much you care about them and their decision. They're going to feel secure in investing with you based on your confidence. People want to do business with the best, period. I mean, think about that. If you had chest pains, you wouldn't go to the family doctor. You'd go find the best heart specialist that you could. If you needed surgery, you'd go seek out the best surgeon in that given area, wouldn't you? Your customers are no different. They'll invest more with you if you're the expert. Here are a couple of suggestions to help you build the belief system and the confidence in you and your company. #1, be prepared. Don't run a call without being 100% prepared and ready. Do your due diligence. Know everything you can about your customer. Have all your materials, tools, presentation resources all in good order and ready to go. #2, look and act like a professional. You always want to present yourself at least one level above your competition. People do judge books by their covers. Like it or not, it's just a fact. So look better, communicate differently, and be heads and shoulders above everybody else. #3, define and write down all the reasons why you're the best option for your potential buyer. Create some stories to include in your presentation that illustrate these key areas. Number 5, call your last 10 customers. Ask them what they enjoyed most about doing business with you. Ask them what was the deciding factor in putting their trust in you. If they had to make the decision all over again, would they make the same decision? And of course, don't show up and have diarrhea of the mouth. You gotta practice. Too many people wing it, which results in showing up and throwing up all over the customer and way too often. We could go on and on for hours about this. Put your focus for the next week on defining all the reasons why people should do business with you. Schedule 1 hour a day for phone calls, to read testimonial letters, read reviews, creating engaging stories, and practicing your stories out loud. If you find yourself frustrated with this exercise, then that should be all the confirmation you need to do it. Listen, most of you watching this video won't follow through with this advice. And some of you won't even try. You're not even going to attempt it. And there's nothing that I can do about that. However, if you do even just some of this, I will guarantee you that you'll observe measurable results. The only way they will be lasting results is for you to actually put in the effort and put in the work. Our goal at Success for Others is to have a positive impact on every person's life that we come in contact with, so that together we can revolutionize the HVAC industry one contractor at a time. If you haven't already signed up for our free Success for You emails, do us both a favor and do that now by visiting our website. The knowledge shared in these articles and videos is priceless information, and we deliver it regularly to your inbox. All of us at Success for Others are looking forward to helping you achieve greatness. That's all for now. Thank you so much for tuning in.